What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the big Barcelona-Liverpool Champions League semi-final preview video. What is your prediction for this big game? Also, who will go through in this very even 50-50 tie? I think both teams have about 50% chance of getting to the final, and I think whoever gets to the final from this semi-final will be the favorites in the Champions League final. So let me know what is your prediction, who will win the Champions League. But first I want to get a couple of things off my chest. I wish Iker Casillas a speedy recovery. It was reported earlier today that he had a heart attack and he was taken to hospital, but it looks like he's a little bit better, so I wish him all the best. And also I want to condemn in the strongest possible way. There were a few Liverpool fans who acted unacceptable in Barcelona today. I saw a few videos circulating in the media and on social media. I saw a 60-year-old or something like that, basically a guy who can be a granddad, and he pushed a fellow, I'm not sure if he was a local or a Barcelona fan or somebody. Some Liverpool supporters today pushed some tourists into a fountain against their will today in Barcelona. And I was actually in Barcelona in 2012. I know that place, I've been there. It's one of the most beautiful cities in Europe, in my opinion. And I just find it unacceptable that these few Liverpool fans tarnished the name of the club and the Liverpool fans' reputation. And also I wanted to say that of course rival fans jumped on it and said that all Liverpool fans are scum and every Liverpool fan is the scum of the earth, and we have been called names just because of a few idiots who can't behave. I mean, grown men, 50, 60-year-old grown men are acting like children, like 12-year-old children. When was it the last time that it was funny to push someone in a fountain? Honestly, it's just kindergarten stuff or high school stuff, and it's just, it blows my mind, and it's really sad to see. But also it's sad to see that rival fans brush the whole Liverpool fan base with the same brush because of this. And I'm sure that 99% of Liverpool fans are behaving well in Barcelona, but because of a few idiots there is trouble, and it's very sad to see. And I just wanted to give my opinion. I really hope that those fans will get identified, and I honestly want them to be banned by attending Anfield, attending Liverpool Stadium, and attending even away games of Liverpool. So yeah, let me know what is your opinion on that. And this game is massive, honestly, because if Liverpool could get a good result here, we need to score at least one away goal, and I want this game to be close. I think the key to this will be how often and how well Liverpool can apply their counter-pressing tactic against Barcelona, because we saw that in the Barcelona-Man United game, where Manchester United high-pressed Barcelona. In the first 10 minutes, Barcelona got very nervous, and Man United had some chances to score actually, and with better finishing they could have scored one or two away goals. I think Messi will just do his thing. We can't really man-mark Messi out of the game. Nobody can really do that. So I think we should focus on trying to score goals. Of course, defensively, we need to be solid. In the midfield, I think we will go with Fabinho, Henderson and Wijnaldum. That is probably the midfield that is the most well suited to this game. But the biggest question is, can Firmino start? Because with Firmino, Liverpool can really press Barcelona very high up the pitch, and Barcelona like to play out from the back, and that could put Liverpool in an advantage, because we love teams who do that, because we can get the ball in their final third. So Firmino is at the moment an injury doubt. We don't know yet whether he will start. Jurgen Klopp said if Firmino is 100% ready to play, then he will maybe play. But he trained yesterday, he trained today as well, but still no official confirmation whether Firmino will start this game or not. The Barcelona pitch, the Nou Camp pitch, is a little bit bigger than Anfield. So Liverpool will have a little bit of a harder time playing that high pressing tactic because of this. And Liverpool probably have a lower success rate in bigger pitches than on smaller pitches because of that. But still, Barcelona had some games this season where their defense was very shaky. Normally, you know, against most teams they are very solid, but against Villarreal they conceded 4 goals. Against Real Betis at Nou Camp they conceded 4 goals, and that game is actually a good example. I watched that game because I follow Real Betis in the Spanish league and I catch some of their games. It's a long story, but Real Betis played a high pressing tactic against Barcelona, and Barcelona didn't like that one bit. And Real Betis, who is actually a mid-table side in the La Liga, they won 4-3 in the Nou Camp with that high pressing tactic. I'm not saying that Liverpool will win, but that is encouragement. And I think Barcelona haven't played against a team like Liverpool with the intensity, the physicality. Also defensively, we are the best team at the moment in Europe in terms of how few goals we have conceded throughout the Premier League and also throughout the Champions League. But what we have to be very careful of is we shouldn't throw too many men forward, but also we shouldn't be too conservative. The balance is very key and very important. And I think what is to Liverpool's advantage is that we had a lot of days to prepare for this game, because we played Huddersfield on Friday. That was the perfect game, 5-0, no injuries. And we had Saturday, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, so 4 days. 2 of those days usually are recoveries, but at least in 2 days, in the last 2 days, we could really do some training sessions just to prepare this game. And I think that is very important. And Jurgen Klopp probably has some tactical surprises up his sleeve against Barcelona. And Jurgen Klopp hasn't played against Barcelona yet in his career, so this is a very, very big and very important game for him. And the last time Liverpool played against Barcelona, we won in the Nou Camp with goals from Bellamy and Riise, and also in the return leg with Messi in the side, Liverpool lost to Barcelona. I mean, Messi was playing for Barcelona, obviously, and Messi could win the game at Anfield, but Liverpool went through on away goals. So even if Liverpool win this game, we are not through to the Champions League final. Barcelona can win at any stadium and they can beat any team, but Liverpool can as well. And I'm actually very, very excited. And I'm a lot more excited than nervous for this game, because I think this is the best Liverpool team of the past 30 years. And you could even make an argument that this is one of the all-time greatest Liverpool sides, because in terms of our win percentage and in terms of our points per game ratio, this is the best ever Liverpool season in Liverpool's history. So can Liverpool, the best Liverpool probably, or one of the best Liverpools in recent history, can they win against one of the best Barcelona teams in recent history? This Barcelona team is not as good as the Pep Guardiola Barcelona team. They are not as good on the eye. They don't play probably as beautiful football, but they are efficient. And that is the key in football, I think. They are very efficient. They score goals when they get chances. They have Luis Suarez, they have Lionel Messi, they have Philippe Coutinho, and other players like Rakitic, Arthur. They have players who can score goals at any moment, and also they have players like Messi and Suarez who take most of their chances. So Liverpool can't leave too many gaps in their defense, and we can't let Barcelona have too many chances. And believe me, Barcelona will have chances in this game, but I think Liverpool will have as well. And of course, it's very, very important who scores the away goal, who scores the first goal. Sorry, if Liverpool score the first goal, it's an away goal, and the Barcelona stadium and maybe the players will get nervous, and we could get the atmosphere a lot more tense, a lot more emotional. Even Jurgen Klopp was saying this, that we know, Jurgen Klopp said this about the game, we know that if you are in this part of the world, it's very emotional, and the better we are, the more emotional the atmosphere will be. That's how it is, and it should be like that. We accept that. And Jurgen Klopp was asked what it would mean to win this game in Barcelona. He said it would mean a lot, but it's difficult. So many people came to Barcelona and had to play them, and they had an idea and a plan and spoke about if we do this, if we do that, and got a proper beating, a proper knock. But there were a few who could really cause them problems. We saw the game against Real Sociedad. They did very well. Levante did well a couple of days ago. Of course, the better the opponent is, the better the competition is, the higher the stakes are, the more they are in. Now they are champions since last Saturday, so now they can completely focus on the Champions League. We will face them still, and I'm really looking forward to it, but it will be a tough job to do. And I think because Manchester City are still leading in the Premier League, Jurgen Klopp will fully focus his energies on the Champions League, because at the moment Manchester City are like 75% favorites to win the Premier League, so Liverpool only have an outside chance, and I think we should not rest any players for the Barcelona games, even at Newcastle. But Liverpool have a big squad to cope with this. We still have Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain back, and I saw the Times journalist Paul Joyce saying that Joe Gomez could start at right back just to counter the threat of Coutinho, mainly because of Joe Gomez having he's more solid defensively. He doesn't give Liverpool as much in the attacking final third, but defensively he's a lot more solid, and he's probably a lot better defensively than Alexander-Arnold, but Alexander-Arnold is better going forward. But maybe that's a little bit to be more conservative, to maybe nullify the threat on Barcelona's left side, because Messi or Coutinho or even Suarez could play in that left pocket, left channel, and Liverpool need to be aware and very, very strong in that area of the pitch. And we could see that even against Cardiff and against Porto, Trent Alexander-Arnold had some tough moments. Sometimes he was on the back foot, and sometimes even the Cardiff winger beat Alexander-Arnold for pace. I think Jurgen Klopp will be sensible in his approach, and I can see a team where Joe Gomez starts. He's fully fit now, which is very good news. Jurgen Klopp was asked what it's like to play for the biggest trophies as a Liverpool manager, and he said this: it's brilliant. The only thing that would be better is if someone told us we are already champions, but that's quite difficult to reach. In other years it could have been like this, but it's not a problem. We are completely fine. We like the situation. The boys created that situation, and now we are here. It's a wonderful situation, to be honest. Flying here, going to Barcelona. It's not even 2 years ago it was a big thing for Liverpool to qualify for the Champions League, and now we are in the second time in a row in the semi-finals. That's big. It's only positive, and everybody sees that. And I just want to pause here for a minute. Just put that into context. 3 years ago, Liverpool were a team who have been in the Champions League once in 7 seasons. So we have been outsiders in the last 10 years. Apart from the last 2 years, we have been outsiders in the competition. And even in that one season where we were in the Champions League, we got knocked out in the group stage. We got embarrassed by Real Madrid, losing to Real Madrid at Anfield 3-0, and even losing away. And we couldn't even make through the group stage. In comes Jurgen Klopp. In his first proper season, he qualifies for the Europa League final. In his second season, no Europe, we get Champions League football. In his third season, we get to the Champions League final. And in his fourth season, we are in the Champions League semi-finals. Jurgen Klopp still hasn't lost a European knockout two-legged tie. He only lost 2 finals, which is bitterly disappointing, but that's not Jurgen Klopp's fault. I think Liverpool were underdogs against Sevilla, and we were underdogs against Real Madrid, and the better team won on the day, and Liverpool were desperately unlucky, but we have to take it on the chin. This Liverpool team is even better than last year, but probably Barcelona are better than last season, and Barcelona had just one bad performance last season in the Champions League against Roma, where they lost I think 4-1 away from home, 3-0, sorry, it was 3-0 away from home, and they got knocked out after winning at home 4-1. So it shows that even the best teams like Barcelona, if they have one off day, they can get knocked out in this competition. What Liverpool need is probably a bad 20 or 30 minutes where Barcelona play badly or their defense falls apart a little bit and Liverpool can score 1, 2 or 3 goals. That's all we need, I think. Because against Manchester City, if you remember last year in the Champions League, Liverpool had a mad like 20 or 30 minutes where we blitzed Man City, we blitzed Manchester City, we scored 3 goals, we won the first leg 3-0, and the second leg Manchester City lost again to Liverpool. And I really am looking forward to this. Liverpool have actually went through 8 times when we played European semi-finals out of the 10 opportunities that Liverpool had. So Liverpool have an almost perfect record of European semi-finals. Let's go to Barcelona, let's get a good result. I would be happy with the score draw, but of course I'm dreaming of winning at Barcelona. Barcelona against English teams, usually they have a very successful record. The only English side which Barcelona have a negative record against is Liverpool. So I'm really pumped, I'm really excited about this. We knocked out Barcelona in the Champions League before, we knocked out Barcelona in the Europa League or UEFA Cup as it was before, when we won the UEFA Cup actually in 2001. So come on Liverpool, let's go to Barcelona and let's win this game. Thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed this. See you later, goodbye.